Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting episode of the Super Carlin Gaming Mario Kart 8 Roulette Challenge, where Ben and I are trying to 3-star every cup with randomly chosen cards and characters. I made it.
You made it!
Cool.
Made it. Congratulations, dude. That was really good.
That was my SpongeBob voiceover voice.
Your SpongeBob voiceover voice? Explain.
Yeah. Well, so like on certain episodes of SpongeBob, there'll be this like comical, deep-voiced man narrating things like the Krabby Patty secret recipe, whatever.
Right. So I thought that was supposed to be some version of like SpongeBob's deep voice. I was like,
Yeah, SpongeBob. When he gets a little older.
When he's a little older. It's like Patrick when he's like serious sometimes. Oh, Robert. Anyway,
dice rolls.
Let's get some dice roll.
All right, 1.
Actually, okay, works. Link. I'll take Link because it's at least
13.
Cool.
13. All right.
Hey, 13 is apparently the number I get rolled the most.
Yeah, we saw that from the Data Queen.
Rachel, the Data Senator.
Senator.
Yes, because we know from Star Wars after
Queen
becomes Senator.
The natural successor is Senator.
30.
She made a graph about. Oh boy, here we go. 30. Kaboom! The tri-speeder. I'll look a little ridiculous. Like his knees don't fit.
I don't think Link's knees fit in any rig.
Yeah, he's like too tall for this, which is weird because he's short.
29.
28, 29. Oh boy,
yes.
hot monster.
18.
All right, so it's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The Bowser kite. All right, let's see what we look like. It doesn't look great. I'm not gonna lie, but
Look at how much weight you have.
I am heavy. Link has been packing on.
Is Link a heavy character?
He is.
Yeah.
Why though?
Well, he's like only eating the protein and he's running up mountains. He's all
he's
muscles.
so muscular.
He's just dense.
He's very live. All right, 1.
Oh, come on.
All right.
1. Listen, I'm hitting.
I believe you. That's
22.
That's 3 times we've had the number 1 on this episode.
That's accurate.
So is it 14?
It's 13.
13. So 14.
Ooh, yours looks pretty basic.
Well,
but
shoot.
You've got much better stats than me, I would say.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. That's why we are like polar opposites on stats. So
At least in the handling.
we
department.
shall see. Man, last time we totally failed at the special cup.
We did.
So bad.
The one before that.
The one before that, we got a 3-star, so maybe we can do it again. We are on to the Egg Cup again. This is one of Ben's favorites because of
it's
course,
got
Excite Bike Arena.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I was about to go for my 3rd try.
There it is. All right. Well, here's hoping.
I feel like with our
gotten
recent
close.
3-star, we're gonna be like that kid who told a joke that was funny, kind of almost even unexpectedly, and everybody laughed, and then they keep telling everybody
Yes.
the joke again.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, remember that one time I said that funny thing?
Right.
Remember that one time we 3-starred again?
Yeah. That's what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
We're gonna ruin it.
We are.
Yeah. At first it'll be funny, just that like we recognize that we did it and it's rare, and then people will be like, okay,
And we get it now. Yeah.
you're really beating a dead hippogriff here.
Hippogriff. Good one. Good
Yeah.
one. Your rig is hysterical.
It is
All right.
really weird looking, and I
Annie
can't
Buck.
even fathom how it moves.
Wow. Annie Buck has a question.
Let's hear it, Annie Buck.
What is your advice for having a positive attitude and dealing with people when you have had limited sleep?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like Jay is
I
primed for
have
this
had some limited sleep here lately. Oh my gosh. The answer is coffee, first of all. You're gonna want good coffee that is readily available to you. I'm just avoiding everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is great. How to have a positive attitude. I feel like I'm pretty good at this most of the time.
I think you're doing great, all things considered, with with your current lack of sleep. Sometimes I even forget that you're sleep deprived.
Well, let me tell you, 2 nights ago I got a great night of sleep, and it was like unbelievable how different my day was.
Following that?
Yeah, it was like,
hysterical.
wow, it's so noticeable. Like, you adjust to it pretty good just being a little sleep deprived, but man, when you can, like, get it, you're like, oh my god, what is different today? Why do I feel so energized? And then you're like, oh yeah, I got sleep.
Actually slept.
That'll do it.
So, yeah, I think you were telling me the other day that, like, you think that maybe, like, coffee isn't doing that much for you until you are really tired.
Oh, that is
and
true,
then it's
right.
like,
So, yeah, like I drink coffee, a lot of coffee every day, and I kind of thought I'd gotten to the point where like, yeah, coffee doesn't really affect me anymore. And that wasn't accurate. It's just that coffee doesn't need to do much for me because
You're usually well.
I'm usually just pretty well rested. Turns out, man, when you're not well rested though, the difference coffee can make is like unbelievable. So to answer your question, drugs, basically, is the answer. That's what you're going for.
Drugs is the answer.
Drugs is the answer. And
Great advice, guys.
Good luck.
Maybe we should not give that advice.
Substance abuse of caffeine.
No. This is actually one of those funny things because I have been like sick for the past week.
We're gonna lose this first opening
I have
race.
been rather sleep deprived myself because just like waking up in the middle of the night, having to rush to the bathroom.
Oh, the line!
Woo!
Sorry, man, that was good. I bet it was a third.
Yeah, I
Guys, look at
never
this.
do good on this course
Look at
either.
this. It's
Not
a
so bad.
curvy course.
It is. But yeah, no, I've been sick for the past little bit here, and I feel like my patience have definitely been starting to wear like thinner and thinner every day. And this is not like advice. This is just purely the thing that I've noticed. But for a long time there, I was watching Naked and Afraid, and I remember you like watch these people start to like lose their minds over the simplest things, and you're like completely forgetting that you're sitting on a warm, comfy couch,
Right.
and they have been out in the middle of nowhere naked for like 10 days straight.
Right.
And afraid.
And afraid,
And
yeah.
afraid if the title is
On
to
top of
believe.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's actually like one of those weird things that I always remind myself of whenever I'm like getting into one of those moods where I'm like, oh my god, it could be so much worse. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
know
that
that's
is
not
good.
really
Try and-
advice at all, but
No, I think that is. It's a little like try and remember the circumstances. Like, I remember like when we were in the hospital for like a freaking month, like I felt my patience starting to wear thin. And I was like, I'd have to like remind myself like, why don't I? Is it? I just feel like it's weird that I don't normally feel this way. And it's like, oh yeah, it's because you're in the hospital. Like, don't discount your own situation if things aren't normal.
oh
you
right,
know,
right, yeah. No, that's
Like,
that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe the question is also partly like, why are you sleep deprived?
Yeah. What's happening there?
Because maybe you just need to be prioritizing sleep.
Maybe.
I know going back to high school, there was a period of time where I started talking to this girl, and it had never been like I had been one of these people who like put myself to bed at 10 o'clock every single night in high school. Until I was like in 10th grade. It was never like I had to be told to go to bed. I just did.
Just did it.
Until I started talking to this one girl who like always stayed up late on AOL Instant Messenger.
AOL Instant Messenger.
Like it like is one of these things where like this girl had a really nominal effect on my life in so many ways, but this one thing like changed. I became like someone who just like stayed up late.
Talk to her.
And yeah,
no,
and
this
I
is
remember
gonna
in
be
high
bad.
school
This is
I
gonna be
used
bad.
no Jay.
No, at the line! At the line on Excite Bike Arena! No! All I have to do is drive straight. Now I'm in third. Oh, what happened? I hate it. It was the red shell. It was the red shell.
I'm not happy with
I had
you.
no defense.
If it makes you feel any better, I also was hit. I was like in third, right there at the line.
Nerds.
I know, and that's like normally at my level.
That's normally your jam right there.
Yeah.
So much for our 3-star glory.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Moral of the story
new
was-
question, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I was just gonna say, go to bed earlier.
go to bed earlier.
Stop
That'll
being-
give you more
sleep
energy.
deprived.
Have you considered not being tired?
Right. yeah. Why don't you just not be tired? That'll make you in a way better mood.
All right.
No.
Chris Henry 7
Okay.
also
What up,
has a
Chris?
question. I have recently been passed over for a promotion at work for someone a lot less qualified. I was wondering, do you know what I missed? What do you think I should do?
Oh man, I've been there, Chris. I have been there. And let me tell you, the answer is that something greater is out there for you. And that is why you didn't get that promotion. No. Let me tell you my story. So back when I had like a real job, before I was doing this, playing Mario Kart for a living,
Right, yeah,
which
sure.
is totally a real job.
I'm a pro
Shut
Mario
up.
Kartist.
I was once. This was so frustrating to me. Okay, I was once reached out to by a company. They asked me to apply. Like I didn't even know the job existed. They asked me, and I was like, and it was like everything about it was like better. It was like better hours. It was more money. I was like, this is wow. This just fell into my lap. Look at like obviously I'm gonna get the job. They wouldn't ask me to apply, right? Like why would you do that to somebody? Well, guess what, you guys? I did not get the job, and it was like crushing. I was so mad, but the silver lining was that it made me I got so excited that I was going to leave my current job. Like, do you ever have the effect when you have like a roommate and you know you're about to not live with that person anymore, where all of a sudden you can't, like, all of a sudden all the stuff you were putting up with becomes crystal clear to you. That's what this interview did for me at my current job. Like, I got like my hopes up so high, and I was like, all the things that I thought I wasn't like, that I was just tolerating, became clear to me. Yes. And all of a sudden I couldn't not see them anymore, and it really like motivated me to start trying, like, not, it's like reinvigorated one Super Carlin brothers for me, but it made me like realize I wasn't happy at my current job. So, and I was thinking about that, like, if I'd gotten that, like, I wonder if we'd be doing this now, like, or if that would have been a more serious job that I put more time into.
I can't even tell you the number of things in my life where I'm like, I can go back and wish that, like, I had gone to, like, a different college or university, and then I'm like, but if I did, then I wouldn't have ended up here.
Right.
And it's like, I don't like to question what the other path would have looked like.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Like, of all the colleges I could have gone to, and like whatever path I could have had, somehow I'm here, and I'm okay with that.
Right. Yeah.
Right, you don't want to play that what-if game too much.
Right, it's just a general rule about regrets, is that it's, well, I mean, depending on how happy you are with your current situation,
right.
But, like, no matter what, every bad thing that you ever did, everything you've ever regretted has led you to the exact position that you're in. So,
right. So...
that can be a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm sorry you didn't get your promotion, Chris, but try and find the silver lining. Does that mean maybe it's time to move on to a new place? Are your talents being wasted here at a place where they're not recognizing how much you're doing? You know, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe the other person was just great and you don't like them. You know, anything's possible.
I think that you can totally ask your supervisors why you were passed by, though.
You probably could. Now, similar, I had another time where I was up for promotion, which I didn't get. Super great at work.
Super great at work.
So great at work. And this was a situation where literally the person they hired was more qualified, and I still felt like I should have gotten the job because I, like, oh my gosh. So everyone at the place I worked, there's like 2 people in every department, basically. It's like the box office has the box office coordinator and the box office manager, and operations has like the assistant and the director, and, you know, like, whatever. Everyone has 2 spots. And literally, since I'd been at the building, every other position had gone through the exact same pattern where the top person had left the building or had, like, gotten a promotion in another building, and then without fail, the next person, like, below them would get promoted into their old spot. Well, this happened to finally the marketing department, and I was like, oh man, my time has come. And I applied, and, like, I'm from the area, and I knew everyone in town super well, and I did not get it. And I was terrible. And then it's like, not only do you not get it, but, like, you have to work for the person who did, and whatever.
Yeah, it's the worst. Actually, I had a very weirdly similar experience with your job. Basically what happened with Jay's first job was there was a customer of mine at the aquarium store that I used to own in college, and she had been, like, a really regular customer, and, you know, I had just established a rapport with her, I guess. And at one point in time, she was like, hey, how close are you to graduating college? I have an open position where I work. And I was like, oh, I have like a year and a half left, but my older brother is currently looking for a job. And then I directed Jay to that, and he got it on his own accord, obviously. But shortly after I graduated from college, before I decided whether or not I was going to, like, own my own business and do that route, I was also applying for positions at different places, including where Jay worked, where I now felt like, oh, sure, like, the person who hired Jay thought I was qualified before I had even graduated college. Surely I could get this job that had just opened at your building. And I didn't get it, and then the guy who did get it became friends with us, and I so badly didn't want to be his friend because I was like, no, I was supposed to have that job.
To be fair, I think part of the reason was I just don't think they would have wanted to employ siblings.
Yeah.
That could be totally a thing. Yeah. Unlike at our company where we're like, first 2 people, siblings.
Siblings.
It's in the name.
Start with that.
Oh my god, we got silver. What a terrible, man, that wasn't
That's not great.
Not
Yeah,
great.
no, not especially good.
The
And that was
moral-
like a better finish for me.
The moral, you had such a great cart.
Yeah,
Superb
Yeah.
fifth place.
true. Yeah,
A superb
place.
fifth.
Yes.
The moral of today's episode is, if you get passed up for a promotion, it just means that you'll show them in the end.
You
Don't
will.
worry.
You will.
Don't you worry.
Wear that chip on your
You wear
shoulder
it.
proudly.
You just wear it. You should probably just get like a potato chip and just put it right there and just let everyone know.
No, it's a spectacular thing. Like, I don't mean to drag this out forever, but like, if you can find something that motivates you, even if it's a chip on your shoulder, never, ever underestimate something that motivates
It's true.
you.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Motivation is success.
Yes.
Like, at the end of the day, if you can find something to consistently motivate you, that is the most important factor for anything.
Here's the name of the video right there.
Motivation.
is success.
There you go. We thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe so you don't miss any more Mario Kart action from us. And we will see you next time.
Bye!
Let's go!